The awakening edge. The quantum entanglement chamber hummed with energy as Dr. Eliza Chen monitored the final calibrations. Deep within the sprawling underground facility of New Geneva's Astral Research Institute, she was about to make history. After 15 years of work, the Pathfinder engine was ready for its first full-power activation. All systems nominal, reported her colleague, Dr. Marcus Way, his eyes fixed on the holographic displays surrounding them. Ready to initiate sequence on your mark. Eliza took a deep breath. This moment represented more than just scientific achievement. It was humanity's leap from a single system species to potential galactic travelers. The Pathfinder engine used quantum tunneling to bend space-time itself, allowing for faster-than-light travel without the limitations of conventional physics. "Begin sequence," she commanded, and the chamber's glow intensified. The air seemed to bend and warp around the central apparatus as measurements flooded their screens. "We're getting stable field generation," Marcus exclaimed. "Field integrity at 98% and holding." As the United Earth Council watched via secure feed, history was made in that underground chamber. The year was 2189, and humanity had unlocked the stars. Within a decade, Earth established its first extrasolar colonies, research outposts, and mining operations that stretched across 20 nearby star systems. The United Space Command evolved rapidly, constructing exploration vessels and defensive platforms to protect humanity's expanding frontier. While politicians spoke of a new golden age, military minds like Admiral Helena Rodriguez remained cautious. "Space is vast, but that doesn't mean it's empty," she often reminded the Council during strategic briefings. "We should prepare as if we're not alone." Her foresight proved prescient when the survey ship Magellan encountered an alien vessel while charting the Beta Hydra system. The ship belonged to the Krellnath, a reptilian species with technology centuries beyond Earth's capabilities. The Krellnath presented themselves as representatives of the Five Spheres Concordat, an alliance of advanced civilizations that controlled most of the galaxy's habitable systems. Their ambassador, Supreme Overseer Zextal, proposed a cultural exchange and offered technological assistance to the emerging human civilization. "We welcome humanity to the galactic community," Zextal announced during the first formal diplomatic meeting on Luna Station. His scaled skin shimmered under Earth's artificial lights. "The Concordat has guided many young species toward prosperity and advancement." Captain Natalie Reeves, commanding officer of the Magellan and humanity's appointed diplomatic liaison, noticed subtle details that troubled her. The way the Krellnath delegates spoke about humans, with thinly veiled condescension, their vague answers regarding other guided species, the careful limitations on what technologies they offered to share. "They're hiding something," she reported to Admiral Rodriguez after 3 months of diplomatic missions. "Their generosity comes with invisible strings." Rodriguez authorized a covert operation. Specialized stealth drones, using Earth's most advanced cloaking technology, were deployed to follow Krellnath vessels back to their territory. What they discovered confirmed humanity's worst fears. The Five Spheres Concordat wasn't a federation of equals, but an empire built on subjugation. Species that accepted their guidance became vassal states, providing resources and troops to further the Concordat's expansion. Those who refused were systematically isolated, technologically stunted, or in some cases, eradicated entirely. Most disturbing were the classified communications intercepted between Zextal and the Concordat High Council. The humans possess remarkable adaptability and resourcefulness. Their technological progression rate exceeds all previous encounters. Recommendation: accelerated assimilation timeline with enhanced restrictions on propulsion and weapons technology. The potential threat factor is significant if left unchecked. When Rodriguez presented these findings to the United Earth Council, the chamber fell silent. Humanity faced an existential choice: accept benevolent subjugation or risk annihilation by opposing a vastly superior force. "Neither option is acceptable," declared Council President Amara Okafor, her voice steady despite the weight of the moment. "We will forge a third path." Thus began humanity's greatest deception. On the surface, Earth's representatives expressed gratitude for Krulnath guidance. They accepted the limited technological exchanges, asking questions that suggested technological naivety. Meanwhile, beneath this facade of compliance, humanity prepared. The Phantom Protocol was initiated, a comprehensive strategy combining technological development, military preparation, and intelligence gathering, all hidden from Concordat observation. Scientists like Dr. Chen worked tirelessly to reverse engineer the principles behind Concordat technology, looking for vulnerabilities and adaptations. "We can't match their power directly," Chen explained to military leaders, "but we can exploit their complacency. They believe we're thousands of years behind them technologically. That gives us the advantage of surprise." Earth's industries shifted to a war footing without appearing to do so. Civilian space docks built modular components that could be rapidly assembled into warships. Mining operations extracted strategic materials under the guise of inefficient colonial development. The quantum communication network, a technology the Krulnath believed humans lacked, allowed instant coordination between Earth's scattered forces. Most crucially, Dr. Chen's team made a breakthrough that would change humanity's fate: the quantum mesh defense system. By manipulating space-time at the quantum level, human ships could create localized disruption fields that rendered Concordat energy weapons ineffective. The technology was integrated into stealth platforms positioned throughout human space, invisible to Concordat sensors. For 3 years, humanity maintained this elaborate charade. Concordat observers reported a cooperative, technologically primitive species slowly adopting their benefactor's guidance. But beneath this facade, Earth assembled the United Fleet, 300 warships with capabilities the Concordat believed impossible for humans. The deception might have continued longer had fate not intervened. A Krulnath science vessel detected unusual energy signatures near Saturn and diverted to investigate. They discovered one of humanity's hidden shipyards and transmitted the information to their command before being neutralized by Earth defense systems. Admiral Rodriguez received the alert in her command center beneath the Pacific Ocean. How much did they transmit? She asked her intelligence officer. "Enough," came the grim reply. "Concordat battle groups are already changing course toward our outer colonies." Rodriguez's expression hardened. "Then we're out of time. Activate the Defiance Protocol." Across human space, hidden transmitters broadcast a single encrypted command. The United Fleet emerged from concealment, ships assembling into battle formations as colonial defense platforms powered up their systems. Earth's great deception was over. The true test of humanity's resolve was about to begin. As Concordat battlecruisers approached the Proxima Centauri colony, expecting to find helpless humans begging for mercy, they instead encountered the full might of humanity's technological ingenuity, and a species that refused to become another conquered civilization in the Concordat's long history. The first shots of humanity's war for independence were about to be fired. The Defiance Protocol. Admiral Helena Rodriguez stood on the bridge of the UEF Invictus, flagship of humanity's first strike fleet. Through the view screen, she watched the approaching Concordat Armada, massive vessels that dwarfed even her carrier-class command ship. "They've dispatched their standard subjugation force," reported her tactical officer, Lieutenant Commander Jackson. 17 capital ships, 42 support vessels, classified as their 3rd Enforcement Division. Rodriguez nodded. "They're still underestimating us." Good. The Concordat forces had entered the Proxima system with the confidence of conquerors who had performed this duty countless times before. Their commander, Grand Marshal Krenvor, transmitted his demands: immediate surrender of all human military assets and acceptance of Concordat authority, or face immediate annihilation. Rodriguez allowed herself a small smile as she gave the order that would echo through human history. "All ships, execute Starburst Protocol." What followed defied the Concordat's understanding of human capabilities. The United Fleet vessels didn't form conventional battle lines, but instead executed a series of precisely coordinated micro-jumps, appearing and disappearing across the battlefield, striking from impossible angles and vanishing before counterattacks could land. The quantum mesh defense system rendered Concordat energy weapons largely ineffective, while human railguns and kinetic penetrators tore through alien shields calibrated to stop energy attacks. Each human vessel operated independently yet in perfect harmony with the fleet's movements, a battle choreography made possible by quantum communications that the Concordat couldn't detect or disrupt. Grand Marshal Crenvor, watching his seemingly invincible force being systematically dismantled, dispatched urgent requests for reinforcements. The humans possess technology beyond their development level, he reported to his superiors. This cannot be their independent achievement. But it was. Every technology the United Fleet deployed had been developed by human scientists or reverse-engineered from the limited examples the Concordat had shared. Humanity had compressed centuries of technological development into a few years of desperate innovation. The Battle of Proxima Centauri lasted just 7 hours. When it ended, 14 Concordat capital ships had been destroyed or disabled, while the human fleet had lost only 11 vessels. The remaining Concordat ships retreated in disarray, jumping to their nearest stronghold to regroup. They'll return with a larger force, Rodriguez told her officers during the post-battle briefing. But we've accomplished our primary objective. We've shattered their illusion of invincibility. News of the Proxima victory spread through human space, galvanizing colonial populations and military forces alike. But Rodriguez knew the real test was yet to come. The Concordat controlled thousands of worlds and countless fleets. Humanity had just provoked a slumbering giant. The Concordat High Council, meeting in emergency session, faced an unprecedented crisis. How could primitive humans achieve this? Demanded High Counselor Vextar of the Intelligence Division. Your reports indicated they were at least a century from developing effective FTL weapons. Supreme Overseer Zextal, now facing disgrace for his failure, could only offer the truth. We underestimated their adaptability and determination. The humans didn't follow our expected technological progression path. The Concordat response was swift and brutal. A massive armada, the combined might of 3 full battle groups, was dispatched to crush the human rebellion once and for all. Led by Fleet Sovereign Ganlar, the Concordat's most decorated military commander, the force arrived at the edge of the Sol system 8 days after the Proxima battle. This ends today, Ganlar announced on all frequencies as his fleet approached Earth. Surrender your homeworld, or watch it burn. What the fleet's sovereign didn't know was that he had arrived precisely where Admiral Rodriguez wanted him. Activate Prometheus Array, she ordered from her command center on Mars. Throughout the solar system, hidden installations powered up, the culmination of humanity's desperate gamble. Based on Dr. Chen's breakthrough understanding of quantum field manipulation, the Prometheus Array created a system-wide disruption field that specifically targeted Concordat drive systems and power distribution networks. Ganlar watched in disbelief as his ships suddenly lost propulsion and weapons power. What is this trickery? He demanded as emergency lighting bathed his command bridge in crimson. Not trickery, Rodriguez replied over an open channel. Just good science. The human fleet moved methodically through the disabled Concordat armada, disabling weapons and communication systems without destroying the vessels themselves. It was not a battle but a systematic neutralization. When Fleet Sovereign Ganlar's flagship was finally boarded by human marines in advanced combat exoskeletons, he found himself face to face with Admiral Rodriguez herself. You have 2 choices, she told the towering alien commander. Return to your council with our terms, or watch your fleet be dismantled piece by piece. The Battle of Sol became the turning point in the conflict that historians would later call the Liberation War. The capture of an entire Concordat battle group, including the technological treasure trove their ships represented, shifted the balance of power dramatically. More importantly, it shattered the Concordat's internal cohesion. 3 of the 5 dominant species began questioning the High Council's leadership. Client races, inspired by humanity's defiance, launched their own rebellions across Concordat space. 6 months of intense fighting followed as humanity pushed outward from Sol, liberating subjugated worlds and forming alliances with other species that had chafed under Concordat rule. The quantum communication technology that humans had developed independently proved crucial, allowing coordination between diverse resistance forces across vast distances. The end came not with a climactic battle but with the Concordat's internal collapse. The Krellnath leadership, facing revolts on 100 worlds and abandonment by their former allies, requested armistice talks. The Treaty of New Geneva was signed 1 year after humanity's war for independence began. Its terms fundamentally restructured galactic politics, the dissolution of the Concordat, recognition of all sentient species sovereignty, and the establishment of the Galactic Commonwealth, an alliance of equals rather than an empire of masters and servants. "We didn't just fight for human freedom," President Okafor declared at the treaty signing. "We fought for the principle that no species has the right to dominate another, that the stars belong to all who reach for them." As the formal ceremony concluded, Dr. Eliza Chen found herself standing beside Admiral Rodriguez, watching representatives from 27 species intermingle in the Grand Hall. "Did you ever think your Pathfinder engine would lead to this?" Rodriguez asked quietly. Chen shook her head. "I thought we were opening a door to the stars. I didn't realize we were also opening a door to freedom for half the galaxy." Rodriguez nodded thoughtfully. "The Krellnath made one fundamental miscalculation. They saw our technological limitations and assumed we were primitive. They never understood that humanity's true strength isn't in our technology. It's in our refusal to accept limitations," Chen finished. As the first era of the Galactic Commonwealth began, humanity found itself in an unexpected position. Not conquerors, not subjects, but architects of a new interstellar order based on cooperation rather than domination. The United Fleet, once created for Earth's desperate defense, became the foundation of the Commonwealth Protection Force, with ships and crews from dozens of liberated worlds serving alongside their human allies. And in research facilities across human space, scientists continued their work, not driven by fear or necessity, but by the boundless curiosity that had always defined humanity's best qualities. For in defeating the Concordat, humanity had proven that their greatest weapon had never been starships or quantum technology, but the uniquely human combination of ingenuity, adaptability, and unyielding determination. The stars, once threatened to be forever beyond humanity's reach, now promised infinite possibilities for a united galaxy forging a future of its own choosing.